See, waiting is always easier than acting. Trying is always easier than doing. Imagine what life would be like if we didn't have to make our bed in the morning, or keep our garage clean, or pay our taxes, or show up for work tomorrow. Wouldn't it be
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I got some news. Yeah, I'm back. I was gone for a sec, now I'm back. On a vacation where I was at. Time to get the thoughts right back in my head. Bearer of bad news, yeah, I'm back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I got some news. Yeah, I'm back. First day out, all I needed padding, something to write with. Going out, now I'm in the booth and I'm going in. Feel some type of way, well I tell you now I feel the same. Ain't nobody give me a pop, man, to piss in. Mama never held my hand, running around wildin'. That's what the older Zoes call me. My god brother KG, blacker than any African, but he's smoother than any criminal that I ever seen. Y'all already know who my right hand man is, Mr. Teflon, any living little Pakistan. Man, I missed my man while I was gone in the can. All I had time to do, man, was sit back and think, reconstruct my brain. Now I'm ready to get back in the paint. Double dribble turnover, now I'm playing defense. Hard pull in the water is more like single swim. The way that I'm smoking, call it the ocean twin.
Quick. Daily devotions. We're sticking on discipline. Yes, discipline. There's an immediate reward for discipline, like a fun day at the beach. There's a long-term reward for discipline, owning the beach. Which one do you like? See, these days I seem to see that we like to choose pleasure, the easy distractions. How do we get rid of those things? How do we keep our mind on what we're trying to do? How do we keep an attitude of doing it all and doing it now, right? How do we make the choices of discipline over procrastination? How can you stand focused on your ambitions? You could keep your ambitions, or you could keep your focus on your work, or you could get it done today rather than tomorrow. You got to work on really your consistent self on a daily basis, or you'll find yourself distracted. You'll find yourself distracted by negative thoughts, distracted by negative people. Honestly, and pretty soon, depending on who the people you are associating with, distracted by your doubts within yourself. Never underestimate the power of influence of other associations, to be honest, and never underestimate what you can do with self-discipline. See, I have third things that I call self-discipline. Is not always the easiest thing. Most people would rather sleep till 10 than get up at 6. It's easier to better go late, sleep late, show up late. You know what I mean? Leave early. It's easy to do that, isn't it? It's easier not to read. It's easier to turn the television on than to open a book. It's easier just to do just enough than to do it all. See, waiting is always easier than acting. Trying is always easier than doing. Imagine what life would be like if we didn't have to make our bed in the morning, or keep our garage clean, or pay our taxes, or show up for work tomorrow. Wouldn't it be fascinating if we didn't have to do these things? Wouldn't it be fascinating? What do you suppose would come of us? Yeah, what do you think? Not much, right? Not much! Or whatever the reason, the system that we live in that contribute to the designs to make the easiest things in life the most unprofitable. Profitable seems the most difficult. Our world is, and always will be, a constant battle between the life of ease and its momentary rewards, and the life of discipline and its far more significant rewards. Each have its own price. The price of discipline or the price of regret. We will pay one or the other. What we wish we would have done, right, is the voice of regret, speaking in a sorrowful tone at a time when there is no going back. This is regret. No second chance. No, what would I do differently? Choose one or the other, but both will have their price, the price of discipline or the price of regret. One costs pennies The other costs a fortune. The first lesson of discipline is it's not the easiest option. The second lesson of discipline is that it's a full-time activity. And I'll tell you, the best form of discipline is what? The best form of self-discipline. A discipline that it takes to make your bed in the morning every day is the same discipline that it takes to success in the world of business. The same discipline to organize your garage is the same discipline to organize your business. All disciplines carry out different parts of our lives. Check it out. If we're disciplined in just one area and lazy in just another area, guess what? That lazy side will creep in and destroy what the disciplined side has been doing. The bad habits in one area of our lives will destroy the discipline in our lives that we have been working on. Consistency cannot be inconsistent. Discipline is the mind being trained to control our lives. Discipline is a set of standards which we have selected as a personal code of conduct. You know, discipline is a way of imposing on ourselves and requiring of what kind of standards that we have. Once we have adopted our standards, we're committed to honor them. And if we don't, then there can be no discipline activity. We find ourselves announcing our standards to our relatives, to our friends, to our associates. We shout our beliefs and condemn who believe any differently, but then we don't walk the talk. We end up acting in a way far different from the beliefs that we shouted. We tell our kids that the TV's rotting their mind, right? But we spend our evenings. We tell our employees that they must take advantage of every minute of the working day, but yet we spend 3 hours at lunch. Do as I say, not as I do. See, this is inconsistent. This leads to a loss of credibility among those who watch. And more importantly, this leads to a loss of credibility within ourselves. The only thing worse than one that is inconsistent in applying their self-imposed discipline is one who has never considered the need of the value of self-discipline at all. These people seem to wander aimlessly, changing procedures, changing standards, changing necessary loyalties and shifting one commitment to another commitment, leaving a trail of broken friendships, unfinished projects, and unfinished fulfilled promises, all from a discipline that was non-existent or imposed so frequently that was unaffected. See, this is what we need to really start tapping into. This is why discipline is important. Now, I'm going to keep thugging for the spirit. I'm going to keep bringing it to you for real and putting that one on you. You feel me? Discipline.